I'll be coming forward, throwing heat, kill or be killed out there, so that's what you can expect when you come and watch me fight.
Just practicing, keeping a high pace, high tempo, power shots all the way through. Yeah man, got that gas tank full man, so looking forward to it.
I'm going to catch that far ankle as I go, and now as he sits up, which he will, I can work off, scramble. You can't win this scramble, providing I keep this far ankle. I know it's Monday morning, so you know, it's like it's coming in off a weekend. It can go one or two ways. I find the guys will come in and they'll be re-energised off a break over the weekend, or they'll feel a little bit flat. So I think a good lively session on a Monday morning always sets us up for a good week.
Sprawl and brawl session. So we'll work our striking entry for takedowns, cage work, yeah, and then finish off with some rounds. Finish off with some some shoot boxing rounds. Mix it up with everybody.
I feel like the Manchester MMA scene's killing it at the minute. You've got, when Dublin had its rise, I feel like Manchester, with Jack leading it, and all the young boys at this gym, All Powers and the rest of the gyms, I feel like it's kind of our time now. Liverpool has done it before with Paddy and Chris, and I feel like it's Manchester's turn, definitely. My prediction for Jack's fight in Manchester is 4-ounce gloves on a bantamweight that hits like a heavyweight. I'm pretty sure I kind of know how it's going to end. He's got a good opponent. I feel like after this one, he can push on and be the 96th Cage Warriors fighter to the UFC.
What it is with Jack, he's got a mixed finish rate with knockouts and submissions, and they'd all be knockouts, but they shoot on him because they feel the power, and no one's standing up with him. You've got to be a brave or stupid or both, and I think you've got to catch him on the feet, knock him out. I seen that guy when he was sparring with you, I thought, oh my god, if you think you got standing there and take shots with Jack, you're just delusional. So he's getting knocked out, or he's going to shoot on the leg and he's going to get choked out, guaranteed, no doubt.
Yeah, well, I'm a wrestler first and foremost. Do you know what I mean? I grew up wrestling, so I kind of lean on that to not really be bothered about my opponent's wrestling, rely on my own strength. So I just believe in my wrestling and let my hands go from there. So, like I saw in my last fight, if somebody gets on my hips, I'm more than capable getting them off my hips, get back up and put someone out standing up. So that's what everyone likes the most, innit? Everyone likes a striker, so I'd rather be a fan favourite than a boring little crotch hugger.
I got off because I lost my tank on.
Mine lasts me 2 weeks.
I was
stitching from the gun.
Best part. Sparring.
How do you think you'll go down this way?
They'll go to sleep and then they'll go fast on him, you know what I mean? You dictate the pace.
Yeah, I think Cage Warriors Manchester is going to be really, the city's been waiting for this for a long time. It's been waiting for a big name in European MMA like Cage Warriors is to come on and put something on. Like just from this gym alone, we've got I think 6 or 7 guys on the card. We've got Jack, obviously, Stapes, George, Ando, Kyron, and then yeah. So like we've just been waiting for this breakout moment. I think it's going to be a packed out house. All these guys have big followings, and you're going to see that Manchester's a great fighting city.
By winning both of the fights on one night and him winning the world title, he has opened the door for the rest of his teammates. He's got Cage Warriors to Manchester. I would say it's down to Jack why Cage Warriors have come to Manchester, is that right? So now he's giving me and George and the other guys, up and coming fighters, the opportunity for us to showcase our skills, for us to show Cage Warriors and Manchester what we're capable of, and to make sure that Cage Warriors come back to Manchester.
Locally, growing up, I was a big Ricky Hatton fan. I loved Ricky Hatton. I can remember staying up watching when he fought Kostya, and then I went when he came back and fought Juan Lazcano at the Etihad. I went and watched that. So I was a massive Ricky Hatton fan. Obviously, like Bisping, and used to watch him, but I'd never gone and seen him live. I've never been to a UFC event yet, so I'm still waiting for that one. But yeah, Ricky Hatton, from the local, Ricky Hatton was the one who I grew up watching and wanting to be like. Yeah, I grew up watching just like all martial arts movies like Bloodsport, stuff like that, and yeah, just wanted to go to all like the martial arts tournaments, wanted to be a wrestler, wanted to be a boxer. I just wanted to be a fighter, to be honest. Just wanted to go out there and test myself against the best guys. Literally from the age of 5, I was trying to spar with people, trying to fight with people. So I've always had the same goal, never changed from it, man. Well, I've always been into fighting. I've never been into football or any other sports. I'm not good at anything like that. So I started kickboxing when I was like 5, and I did that till I was 11. Started wrestling when I was 8, did that till I was 16. Started boxing when I was 13, did that till I was 17, and started boxing when I was 18. Doing that now. So since I was 5, yeah, full-time martial arts lifer.
I know most of the people as well around here, man. You make me look fucking terrible following me around with that. No, it's like when I'm out with all my mates and someone comes over and they're like, "Oh, are you this? Are you Jack?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, they all rip me for that. They all like proper make a big show of me every time and embarrass me. So no, I'll just hide me. I'll hide from if I think someone recognises me. I'll do anything to avoid it. I'll do anything to avoid that stuff. I'm not that type of guy. Yeah, I'm buzzing that I get to fight in Manchester. If you'd have asked me a year ago that it would happen this soon, then well, I would have believed you, because I always believe in myself, but I thought it was going to take a lot longer than it has done. But there's no extra pressure it being in Manchester. It could be in Manchester, in London, in Vegas. It can be anywhere. I'll always turn up. I'll always put a show on. And I'll always put that pressure on myself, and I thrive under pressure. With people like Ricky Hatton, Tyson Fury, I think the thing that they've all got in common, we've all got that like grit in us. We've all got that. We're going to keep pushing through, get stopped, get knocked down, keep going through it. We don't care if it's a pretty fight or an ugly fight, as long as you go in there and put it all on the line. That we'll respect that. So I think that's kind of what separates us from the majority of the people around the UK. Not saying that they don't have grit or anything other, but like, they don't have it like we do up here. They don't have it like we do up here. So that's mainly what it is. What he's trying to throw big shots, but they don't look to have too much impact on him. Holding his ground a lot. Sloppy defence. Chins up in the air. And it's all the signs for a short night for Manuel. It's looking like, if he fights like this against me, he just looks sloppy, but like he's willing to stand and trade, which is going to be big trouble for him if he stands and trades with me. He looks gassed. He's probably trained really hard, and then letting his partner give him a few smacks in the head, but it'll feel different when I hit him. Yeah, very wild. Very wild. If that's how he's training and that's how he's going to fight me, then all my Christmases will come at once if he fights me like that. But I think we all know he's going to be diving for a double leg, pulling guard, trying his best to keep me on the ground. So hopefully he turns up and fights like that. I have a nice early night, get out of there in a couple of minutes and enjoy the rest of the night. But I have a feeling he's going to be pulling guard and just trying to crotch hug for his life. That's what I think. People kept commenting about like my power and how can I hit, like how come I hit so hard, and I don't really look like I've got much power behind me. I look pretty skinny. I'm not like really muscular. I'm pretty long and lanky for the weight class really. But when I hit people, they usually stay hit. They're usually pretty shocked, and then it's just a downward spiral there for them. And I think it's just from wrestling from a young age, just constantly pulling people around, throwing people, and just gaining that explosive power, because that's what I've got. I'm not a weightlifter. I'm not there to do anything like that. I'm a fighter at the end of the day. I'm there to improve my technique and make sure that my power is consistent from the first bell till the last. So yeah, I think that's what it is really. It's just that wrestling pedigree that I've got. It's really held true, and tightened all my ligaments up, tightened all my bones up, and really let me have that knockout power. So I guess I owe my wrestling for that. Well, this is where I started learning MMA before I went down to SPG Manchester, training here under Saul, and then since then me and Jake Bond have been taking over the majority of the classes. So we get to come in and teach all the up and coming amateur fighters, teaching everything from boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, just from all aspects. We're here just coaching people every day. So I think that coaching people, it helps massively. So like for instance today, as you've seen, we did our hard graft down in the morning. We went and did our protein work in the morning, and then tonight I'm going to be up here and coaching all the up and coming guys. And it's just like a study session. It's like you see things from the outside perspective, things that you wouldn't necessarily realise that you do, or that when you see somebody else do it wrong, you'll realise when you were doing it wrong yourself. Like I'll be coaching one of the fighters and I'll be saying you should be doing it this way, and then I'll realise I was doing it the wrong way all along, and then through pointing it out to them how to improve themselves, it helps me improve. Yeah, that's not strong. This is tight by me. See how his legs there like that? Yeah, this is what I'm gonna grab. So when I go for that, I'm gonna come, grab this, here, dump him over, here, heavy hips, and I can stay on top, or disengage, ready to stand up and bring it back on the feet. Yeah. That's an MMA one though. That's like the Latvian Championships. First place, and I've got loads of British ones like that, first place in the British Championships. I think I won that like 7 times. I think I won that 7 times, and the English one 7 times. I think I had like 8 tournaments, British tournaments, and won 7 of them. Same with the English, and then I was regularly medaling. Like that, I think that's like 3rd place in Switzerland. I think that's this one. So yeah, loads, too many to count. I've got to go through them all.
His range here, he's falling a few inches short, and his nose is getting punched up a little. Oh, big shot! And he's out! It's over! Unbelievable!
Matt had got a phone call and this was about a week after I fought, and he offered me 2 fights. He offered me a fight on the Cage Warriors Liverpool card, and he went through the deal, offered me this is this, and I said, all right, well, what's the second one? And he said, I think he said 4 weeks time, London, Cage Warriors title fight, 4-man tournament. I said, why did you tell me about the first fight? I said, I don't care about the first fight. So chucked me straight into the tournament, and yeah, it just went going from there, straight in, bang, 4 weeks out, put all the graft in, and went and got the rewards.
Cage Warriors Bantamweight Champion of the world, Jack Cartwright!
When I won the tournament and I finally got given the Cage Warriors belt, it was like a vindication for me. It was like I finally checked off one of the major goals for my career, and I'm on the right path, so I finally felt like I took what was mine, and yeah, it was good to go from there.